Russia. Oh. Hey guys. What's up, chat? Seek. How's it going, buddy? Holy shit. On a scale of 1 to 10, how productive were you today? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Got sent home from work? Yeah, probably. You worked down by the Capitol, right? The Chuds were out in force down there today. Well, not nearly as much force. Yeah, 4, 5. Yeah, I was as productive as I could be. I think about a 5 probably. It's hard not to be glued to the events as they unfold. Well, I mean, you guys know that normally I don't do like a political show, but I think there's just too much. I can't not acknowledge what happened today. So I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about it because it's an important way to decompress. It's an important way to process, a healthy way to understand what we're going through. So I do want to talk about it some. I do want to spend a little time on that. But we'll soon move on to other things. I'm not going to turn into the next Hassan. Sup, Lex? Of course, yeah, people are going to take advantage of the chaos. That's one of the things that concerns me the most tonight in DC. The people that stormed the Capitol today were one kind of person, but the kind of person that's going to take to the streets in the dead of night is another kind of person. I mean, I don't want to spend the whole show unpacking it all, but I do want to give you guys my thoughts. I'd like to air my thoughts. There's a couple moments that I want to draw attention to that we were all watching. You know, the moment that the Capitol Police opened the barricade, the outer barricade, and allowed I don't want to use the word protesters, allowed those people in. And then another moment later where inside of the Capitol building itself, some of the members of Capitol Police are seen taking pictures with the invaders. This is the most secure and sacred building in our country. It houses our nation's secrets, the mechanisms of our legislature. It's hallowed in a sense of a place where democracy occurs. And what we showed the world today was just how easy it is to breach the Capitol. You don't need much at all. I saw a tweet that I'm going to shamelessly rip off. They protect hair care products at Walmart better than they do the nation's capital. Walmart does a better job securing hairspray. The fuck does that say? The fuck does that say? Yes, we showed the whole world. I mean, we've been showing the world just how porous our security is for a long time. That's why we got hacked back in March and nobody knew about it. And we've still been under attack and fully compromised since that day to this day. Now, what it looks like to me is that there were a number of people all the way down the chain who are complicit in an insurrection, a failed insurrection. You see tweets that Trump was beside himself with glee watching the Capitol building be assaulted and besieged by a crowd that he sent there while the Congress was in session. He threw the entire Congress under the bus. Republicans and Democrats alike were threatened by the results of his actions, by the unruly crowd that showed up. It's a fucking shame. Yes, fun night indeed. Some nonsense went down the street from my house as well, but it was much subdued, much quieter, much more reduced. Check my messages here. I've got friends that always send me updates here too. As we speak, Congress is reconvened and is voting to confirm Biden. He says objection to Nevada was denied as no senator would sign it. Nothing. I'm not in danger. I'm not in any danger. I just live. I say that because I'm in proximity to the capital. So of California, not of the nation. So there's always something happening by my house. Nothing quite like what happened at Olympia, where the governor's mansion was invaded. I was watching the live stream as armed men were leaving the mansion peacefully, screaming threats to the police guarding the mansion, and I'm quoting, "We'll be back next time, and you better fucking look out." They're murderers. They're looking forward to the murder. So, it's going to be okay, though. It's going to be okay. We've been through worse. We have a few saving graces and all that. I'm not watching CNN right now? No. I know that things are going to be developing as the night goes, but I'm confident that Congress is going to continue to circle jerk for the rest of the night. They're going to congratulate each other on doing the right thing, on the resolve of America. They're each going to take turns giving really pretty speeches about why they should and shouldn't do this other thing. And then we're going to go through the long and painful process of going through all the ballots and selecting all the shit. And then Biden will be selected. And then I'm guessing what'll happen next is either Trump will be 25th because he's gone full General Kurz in Apocalypse Now mode. He is fully gone. He's gone. A narcissist of that degree cannot accept defeat, and so their only choice is to constantly retreat into deeper and deeper delusions. And when you're the president, you're surrounded by enablers, who are rapidly dwindling, by the way, if you look at the number of resignations as they cascade out of the White House. The House of Cards is collapsing. The glue was never applied. It never had a hope to dry. So, either the 25th will be invoked tonight or tomorrow, and we'll have Vice President Pence for a while, or the cowardice will resume, and the 25th will not be invoked, and Pence might step down as vice president. I mean, there's all kinds of weird shit that could happen between now and the 20th. Kisses to puppy. There you go. There you go, Lex. We'll give the dog a bone. Man, it really was kind of a stressful day, though. Just watching it constantly happening. No, it wasn't an accident that the Capitol was breached. And the gall, the nerve of the liars. Fucker Carlson on Fox News saying it's Antifa and leftists are the reason why violence occurred today. You know, you scream a lie loud enough and people will believe it. The world needs it. If you know what, I bet we could stop this whole thing if we could just get a picture of Parmesan projected onto the side of the Washington Monument. The Washington Monument. Gene Parmesan. I like where your head is at. I like where your head is at. Parm. I feel like he's suddenly excited. Did somebody tell him? Did one of you guys tell him? Did somebody tell you that something was going to happen? I love talking to him. You guys can't see his tail wag. Hang on. Here we go. Did somebody tell you that something was going to happen? Are you wagging your tail? Are you wagging it harder because I said that? Are you wagging your tail? You're a good boy, Parmesan. Look at him being patient. All right, okay. That's a lot of bones. All right, let me switch the mic over to the room. We'll give you guys that good camera, and we'll pop open the room mic. It's all bespoke here now, highly directional. I hear sirens out there. Are you ready, Parm? Are you ready, Parm? Say it. Say aye, aye, Captain. Say aye, aye, Captain. Those are all kisses, Darcy. Those are all kisses. Okay, here you go. Are you ready, Parm? Here you go. Fine. Whoa. Hello. See, that's the problem now. He knows all of his tricks, and he knows I'm gonna ask him to do each one of those. So he just is like, I don't even say anything. I show him a treat, and he just does a random trick. He's like a random trick generator. Watch. Do a trick. Good sit. Great job. Let's try it again. We'll try, Parm. Do a different trick. Do a trick. Do a trick. Alright, so that doesn't work. Lie down. No. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Good boy. He does it so fast. I can't believe how fast he rolls over. Like, roll over. Simon didn't say, Norman, do you want a treat? Come on. No, it's mine. No, it's mine. Do you want this treat? No, it's mine. It's my treat. Do you want this treat? Take it. Take it. Take the treat. You want it or not? Take it. Do you want this treat? Take it. Take it. Do you have the strength? You have to take it. If you did, only the worthy shall claim this treat. He's worthy. Oh, Marn, you took it back. Lie down. Good boy. All right, last one. Last one. Sit. Up. Up. Good boy. Good boy, Norman. See, now he thinks his treat is in my hands. Oh, man. Stressed out about it, you know? What up, Lex? Sup, homie? You have an audio file to send me? Is it one I should play on the stream? Because I will. Gotta listen up. I was trying to find this news story. So apparently, Tom Cruise has been seen purchasing raw fish and then carrying them into bathrooms and then being in there for a while with the raw fish, and then he comes out and then people go in the bathroom after him and the raw fish has been fucked into a pile of gross meat. I'm serious. What does it mean? Oh, mic change. Oh no, I'm gonna leave it on that because Don't give me the audio yet. I did that on purpose. I swear.
Thursday to you too.
C-SPAN. I had C-SPAN open. I'm bringing you into the kitchen here for a second, chat. Oh. Hang on. It's dark in here, ain't it? Oh, dear. I'm a mess. Is that Hassan? I was watching some Hassan earlier today. I don't watch much Hassan. I gotta pull up my chat here. There we go. I don't watch much Hassan. Usually, mostly because his chat is cringe as fuck. But has Tom Cruise been mud sharking it? What's up, Torkel? Tom Cruise has been. So here's the thing: is it came up on a couple funny podcasts I listened to, and I'm trying to figure out if it's a joke story, like Bert Kreischer's a racist, or if it's legit. So I'm gonna do some investigative journalism, so I can bring you the best of the news. Oh God, today was stressful. You know what I mean? There's still, it's ongoing. It's all been stressful. This has been the culmination of stress, hasn't it? And Pog is gone. I feel like I only just learned to Pog. We've only just begun to Pog. I saw a really good suggestion in Nim's Discord that somebody made, and said, what Twitch should do is let thousands of streamers submit their own faces for Pog, and so then anytime somebody uses the PogChamp emote, it randomizes a streamer's PogChamp face. And so then when chat is spamming PogChamps, it gives it more of a crowd feel instead of just a shitload of what is his name? Yeah, it's a great idea. You can have thousands, the top 1,000 streamers. Everybody gets to make their own PogChamp, and they submit it, and it just randomizes the random PogChamp. Right, and so then what you're doing is you're taking, because Pog belongs to Twitch, Pog belongs to everybody. That dude's face, they don't want it anymore. They're like, okay, all right. He's celebrating death and murder in the state capital, in the country's capital. Let's back it up a little bit. That's one yike for me, please, says Twitch. So why not just let Pog be everybody's property? Our Pog, comrade. Our Pog. I think it would work. That's how you know they're not going to do it. Because it makes sense. Also, it's not profitable. Why would they just do something because it's cool? Are you serious? What the fuck is wrong with you? All right. Here we go. This decade ain't allowed to make sense. It's early on. It's early yet. It's early yet. Things can change there. Oh, ignore my highly sus Google search there. Oh, 2021 was already worse than 2020. Well, shit. Yeah, off to a bad start for sure. A lot can change in a year. I'm only on my second coffee since 6 a.m., but shit seems to have been kind of insane across the pond. Yes, it has been a very frightening, confusing 12 hours or so. But I'll just kind of repeat what I said at the top of the show. Donald Trump attempted an insurrection today with loyalists incited to violence from years of incendiary lies spread by the media, by representatives in our government, and most importantly by the President of the United States. These people, emboldened and enraged by conspiratorial nonsense and probably a great deal of lead toxicity, further radicalized by their Facebook bubbles, took to the nation's capital and breached it. But it was no accident that they breached it. They breached it with complicity of the Capitol Police, even though they shot and killed a woman, which, again, back to police brutality. Here's the beauty of it. You guys want to hear my tinfoil? Let's put on our tinfoil for a second. Let's play 6D chess here for a moment, okay? Let's rewind the clock. Let's go back a few years. When QAnon was sort of at its fattest, thickest, meatiest moment, one of the things that they were talking about leading up to the 2020 election was that Donald Trump, being the mastermind that he is, has a great plan. And the plan includes allowing the demon rats to rig the election. But 5D chess, Donald Trump is going to catch him at it. And immediately following the election will become the storm, when Donald Trump begins mass arrests of criminal conspiratists all across all levels of government, draining the swamp, securing his future, saving America, right? So it's brilliant. It's a great psyop. It's a wonderful way to demoralize and pacify. Um, but it's also true. But I think it's true on one more level. And this is me having fun. This is not what I really believe. This is me having fun with the moment. What if the deep state is real and they're playing 7D chess and they allow Donald Trump, who's only playing a pitiful 5D chess, fucking simpleton, to set up his own coup, allowing plants at every level of government to open the doors for him to insert his own cronies, taking careful notes. And then at the end of all of this, at the end of his failed insurrection and his failed coup, they get him. Of course they're not going to. It's a chaotic world. Nobody's behind the wheels. Nobody's pulling the levers of power. It's all a massive game of tug of war of ideologies and principles and nations and states and secret actors. It's fucking madness. Don't give in to conspiracies of authority that tell you somebody's really behind the mechanism. Somebody knows what they're doing. It's wishful thinking. That's how we fall asleep at night. Even if the powers that be are evil and wish you harm, at least somebody's in control. At least somebody's behind the wheel. It's all a really dumb move, Torkel. That's a good strategy. Hey, Diatoms. That's right. He's a pigeon playing Chinese checkers. Anyways, no. There will be a reckoning. There will be a reckoning. This is what they think is the reckoning. They think this is the reckoning. But Matt Gaetz standing on the House of the floor tonight and still claiming that violent Antifa terrorists were the reason for the violence in the Capitol tonight. No, I don't think so. You know? Why will there be a reckoning? Because there always is. It may not be complete, it may not be the reckoning that we want, but the law of unintended consequences is absolute and unassailable. And they took great action. They shouldn't have done what they did. What, done all the bullying? Hey, everybody just takes turn bullying and then being the bullied. You know? What would you call what the right was doing during all the Reagan years? Allowing millions of gay men to die of the AIDS epidemic in America. I would consider that pretty fucking shitty. A lot of poopy pants today, Elbow, that's right. A lot of poopy pants came out today when they're dirty diapers. It was a bipartisan tragedy today. I feel terribly for the people who are lost in a delusion. Just a moment. My daughter is video chatting me. Chat, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go be a good dad for 1 second. And then I'll go back to my regular normal self. No, I'm a good dad all the time, just kidding. Just gotta go kiss my kid goodnight. 1 sec. Dude, imagine if the mods banned this streamer. Brian Sachs, no, the Trump supporters should not have done what they did at the Capitol. Yeah, peaceful protests, fine. Violence, no. When conservatives are bullied off social media for years, being told they mean less because they're white or conservative, people explode. Yeah, but that's... It's a nebulous issue. Their grievances are nebulous and vast because they're poorly articulated, because they're largely the product of myth. The American myth-making machine has been in overdrive for the past 4 years. For the past few decades, truly, since McCarthyism, since the beginning of the Cold War, American myth-making has been pumping out lies. And people infecting themselves with lies, inflicting themselves with falsehoods and realities. Well, and I'm sorry for that. I'm not saying that you're wrong as well, but I'm saying it's more than that. It's more than that.
You want to run this ship? Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you can't.
The pharmacist is here. What a raid. Thank you so much. How sweet. Jethco. What up? Oh man, Lave. What a fucking day. We're just here decompressing. We're not going to dwell on it any longer. I wanted to talk about it because we can't ignore what happened in our country today. A lot of law breaking. And it's tragic. A lot of tragedy happened today. Yeah. There's just too much to be said. Anyways, how was your stream, guys? How was your Rocket League night? Did you get some good dunks? Brian Sachs, it may be true, but then how do you can't square that with the Trump supporters on Twitter saying that that was Antifa then, you know? Everybody's playing the blame game and pointing fingers this way and that way. No, there was no Antifa in that crowd. That flyer you saw about Antifa claiming to infiltrate. Look, I know a lot of violent leftist socialist crazies. I know them, and they don't fuck around with pamphlets. They don't distribute flyers saying what their plans are. That's shit that boomers do. That's shit that conservative boomers do. They distribute flyers. Antifa doesn't distribute flyers. They don't announce plans because there are no plans. There's no organization. It's a decentralized movement. You're right, Lex. You're not wrong. Mostly they share books. One of my favorite things was the Fraternal Order of Police when they tried to infiltrate Antifa, and they gave up because it took too much reading. And you can read their report where they basically say, and I'm paraphrasing, it's not worth the time to infiltrate far left anarchist groups because they're incredibly difficult to penetrate due to the immense amount of resource material that needs to be read. Yes, I'll find the source for you because it's funny. It's funny to see the cops be like, they read too much. We can't infiltrate. They read way too much. Let me see. Cops gave up infiltrating leftists due to too much reading. Yeah, because they're about intelligence and class warfare, and they want you to know your theory. Leftists and anarchists want you to know your theory. They want you to read Marx and be able to have in-depth conversations about their shit. Here. Intelligence gathering among the most radical and often violent factions is particularly difficult. Infiltration into large affinity group meetings is relatively simple. However, infiltration into radical revolutionary cells is not. The very nature of the movement's suspicion and operational security enhancements make infiltration difficult and time-consuming. Few agencies are able to commit operations that require years of upfront work just getting into a cell, especially given shrinking budgets and increased demands for attention to other issues. Infiltration is made more difficult by the communal nature of the lifestyle and the extensive knowledge held by many anarchists, which require a considerable amount of study and time to acquire. Anarchists can smell cops. The cop said, "You guys read too much. Fuck it. I gotta go bust," and they admit they gotta spend money on other things like busting drug dealers and stuff. I think I got a copepod on the slide here. Yep, got one. Got a couple adolescents in there. That's some kind of algae stuff growing here. I bet that's a Daphnia epiphyia. Epiphyia? Did I say that right? All right, we got two objects on the slide. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, the anarchists, the anarchists that I know, the ones that live on the street, are fucking nomads. You know, they're not. They don't distribute pamphlets and flyers. Ephipia. Thank you. I think it's an ephipia. Let's go. We're gonna stay in just chatting instead of Sci-Tech tonight because we're still probably gonna be talking about political shit for a while as we explore. It's a tough day. Yeah, I understand that. That's frustrating and definitely not something that a superintendent should do for the public school. It's difficult. Let me explain, though, from the other side. It is difficult to understand people still choosing to support that man. For me, even if you set aside every single political difference, take away everything that I disagree with him about on policy or politics or ethics, he's a criminal. He doesn't pay people. He's a lying, cheating, thieving, stealing monster of a man. There's nothing admirable about him, in my opinion. He's failed at every business endeavor. He's just a protected man baby. Nobody's talking about Biden. Biden's too old. Yeah, sure. Again, nobody's talking about Biden. But that doesn't mean that a school superintendent needs to do that shit. I'm a Twitch streamer. I can say that shit. If I was in charge of a school, I'd keep my political opinions to myself because it has nothing to do with my job. You know? I'm sorry that somebody in a position of authority in your life made you feel that way. That's not what authority figures should do. Not in this country, at least. I'm just saying, watch Biden become president and I'll be just as critical of him as I have been of Trump. And I'm not going to put on a hat or wave a flag or put a sticker on my car. You know? Where'd that copepod go? Oh, that's just some junk. Where'd you go, little honey? Where'd you go, little brother? Oh. They don't like the light. Well, I mean, they like the light. They go towards the light, but then it gets hot. And they're like, fuck this. Why did I go here? It's not an Ephipia. Ephipia. That is what makes it hard. That's one of the things that makes it difficult to be in this country, is that we have a completely unnatural two-party system. And it forces extremism out of people, too. And the rhetoric forces extremist views. Well, that's his ribbon now. He's taking it. Get that cat, Parm. Ah, he stopped him. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. He stopped the ribbon thief. It's an exceptionally difficult time. I don't know. I'm also still grateful. Because democracy will continue to work. Even though that doesn't necessarily work for us. Do you need it? Or can it just be his? Alright, it's his now. Let's get another slide up. That's not an Ephipia. Diatoms, I missed most of your lizard stream today. I was lurking for part of it, and then work stuff just kept getting busier and busier. How was it? Did you have a really good time? Oh, damn. That's a shame. Lost some Hydra there. Got a bunch of Hydra in this sucker. Alright. But my football team has a rapist for a quarterback. What's that guy gonna do? Root for the Bengals? Fuck no. Yep. I mean, nobody faces justice. We still have Jim. No, I don't mind if you molest those football wrestlers, those college wrestlers or whatever. Jordan, he's fine. He's fine. He's complicit in sexual assault. On the record, well known, undisputed complicit in a what do you call it? A sexual abuse apparatus in the school system. So, but he sits in the house. Yes, you can send me that audio file. Shoot it over. Did I get it? I did. I got the tiny itty bitty Hydra. You guys want to see? Itty bitty living space. Phenomenal cosmic powers. Phenomenal cosmic powers. Come on, gimme. There you are. Itty bitty Hydra. Teensy weensy little forearm. Gotta play it through Discord. Okay, it's audio only though, right? Cool. I am ready. Yeah, we need more teams. Do not play this audio file twice. Okay. That's going to be difficult. Lev, we are... Oh, welcome back. We're looking at a Hydra. A tiny little Hydra I got here. Tiny little Hydra on the slide. And I got this. Do not play twice. All right. I'm ready. Volume is up. I'm nervous.
Hey, listen.
It... Oh! How is it supposed to... Oh, Lex, I'm not... Ooh. Boy. Anyway, this Hydra is such an itty little bitty baby. Less than a millimeter long. How did it do that? How can it play a different one on the second playthrough? I don't... That's some magic. That's some magic. Very weird. Very weird. Weird audio file. You put a virus on my computer, Lex. Anyway, Lev, what we have here is a Hydra. It is a aquatic predator. Yeah. Well, we do it all the time here. We're doing it all the time. Look, I got some other... I've got so many microscope pictures here. It's pretty much all I do besides playing video games is we look at microscope shit. Talk about cool stuff. It's a Clusterium algae. I love this picture. Crescent algae. I think this Hydra's got something stuck in his craw. I think it's his own arm. Look at that. Something stuck on him. I think describing Biden as decent isn't out of line. As decent as any possible president could be. That is to say, not very decent, but cool, man. Yeah, thank you for the follow there. Oh, of course. I love. I'm trying to get my Twitter game up and trying to reach out.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and
keep
roll.
that stuff going.
Bring the noise.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, Brian. Just so you guys know, I usually don't do any politicking here, but it's just kind of a political day, and I can't just, after going through what we all did today and watching it all unfold, I can't just stream and not acknowledge any of it. I think that would be, it would just feel wrong to me. Just be like, hey guys, what's up? We're all, good day. You know, it would just feel disingenuous of me to not share that, to not be in this moment with you guys. If, you know, my fellow Americans, my fellow humans on the other side of the pond who are watching. Exactly. Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. I mean, people, yeah, Torkel, and you know me, I'm the same way. I'm more than capable of disagreeing civilly. Sometimes my language might get strong. Sometimes I get heated about matters, but so long as you're a mature individual, you're going to have, thank you. So long as you're a mature individual, you're going to have a good time here. And we can disagree about things. We're still going to have a good time. So that follow isn't wasted there, Brian. I assure you. Yeah, I mean his crimes just are. I mean they're all in that boat though. That's class solidarity. He's a member of the ruling class. I'm of the opinion that wanting to be president should disqualify you from the position. That makes you unfit if you desire the trappings of power. That's right. You get expelled for that, Diatom's attack. Oh, this Hydra's got us. He's eating himself. He's eating himself. That is going into his gullet. So he's in a feeding posture because you can tell his crown is swollen. I think they're starving. Here, let me share something with you guys. Quote from Abraham Lincoln's inaugural address. I'll bet fucking big money that Joe Biden's speechwriter quotes or references this speech. The better angel, yeah. You guys know this quote if you're American. You've heard it. Oh, it's hiding. There it is. Am I a biologist? I'm not. I'm actually just a passionate learner. I collect these jars from my local waterways, and then I bring them home, and we look at them here on my microscope. So these are just local animals to me. And I learn about everything that I can as I do it. You know? Hey, what up, Anarchy? Anarchy's in the house. Oh, we didn't give Liv a shout out when he raided us, did we? I think I forgot to do that, man. Sorry. There, check out Liv too, man. He gave us a nice friendly raid here. Yeah, right? Okay, look at that. Here he goes. This is what Lincoln ended his first inaugural address. I am loath to close. Wait, this is at the brink of the Civil War, okay? The nation is at each other's throats. I am loath to close. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. The mystic cords of memory, stretching from every battlefield and patriot grave to every living heart and hearthstone all over this broad land, will yet swell the chorus of the Union, when again touched, as surely they will be, by the better angels of our nature. Beautiful words. I'm going to put them in chat so you can read them. Beautiful words. It's what Lincoln told the nation. Obviously, he wasn't 100% correct, was he? He's going to quote it. He won't say it exactly like that, but there'll be a line in the speech about better angels of our nature. Thing is, Biden hasn't shown any vitriol and poison and bile. Trump spews bile. Division, primarily. That's always been his thing, you know? That's literally his brand. Biden's just going to be another empty suit with his own, skeletons inside because he's a president. Don't ever expect your president to be the good guy, because that's American myth-making. We have to be very, very cautious of American myth-making. What if the suit is tan? What if he uses Dijon mustard? I can trust Biden to leave power when his time is up, instead of attempting an insurrection. I saw, dude, Angela Merkel dunked on Trump today on Twitter. She said, I can assure you that when I leave office, it will be very boring. It will be very boring, she said. Which I find very comforting. It's a curse, you know. It's a curse to say, may you live in interesting times. I would call spying peaceful. That's why it's a critical weapon in the Cold War, and not the hot one. Yeah, an old Chinese curse. At least that's what Dan Simmons taught me, right? Hyperion! Spying is smart. Right, because if you don't spy, you just get spied on. Oh, we got a good view of the basal disc on the Hydra. So you see, hey, don't move it. See the little ring around the main shaft of the body? That is called the basal disc. And it's where the Hydra secretes a sticky fluid that it uses to stick its foot onto things. I wonder if I can grab a planaria. They're just so big and slow. I got a lot of them in here, though. I wonder if there's a small one I could find for you. That's a Hydra. Hydra. Got a lot of Hydra.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
PogChamp R36. Hey, what's up, buddy? Thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. Very, very much. Hey, not un. Is that some Hydra? You know it is. Do you know who you're fucking with? Do you know who you're fucking with? I got the only Hydras on Twitch, buddy. Gotta go to bed. Good talking to you. Hey, you too, Brian Sykes. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for the follow. Hope to catch you again sometime. In better times. We don't need to talk about politics. We don't need to. We can talk about other things. That's right. Porkies. Those old movies are also problematic. Hey, Liv, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Give love to the wife and kid. I got my kids in bed. My wife's over there watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch and crocheting something. She's working away back there. Take care. Have a good night. Speaking of other things, how's my chess journey going? Oh, my chess journey is going. I tried a couple like 3-minute bullet rounds recently. It's way too fast for me. And then I started playing, and then she got jealous, and she wanted me to.
At last,
She
we
didn't
can
want me to
retire and give up this
practice
life
too
of
much,
crime.
but I'd be down to. We got to play our game soon. Oh yeah, we're losing PogChamp. I know. That's okay. Hopefully we'll replace PogChamp with something else. What am I doing? Play with Hydras with the Capitol is underrated. Now, Capitol Police have well secured the area, last I saw. Some boogs might come out tonight and try to fire off some shots at the police, but no, I don't think there's going to be anything else in DC tonight, really. Yeah. They got to replace PogChamp with me. No, I don't know. No, I like the idea of them taking like 1,000 streamers and just getting 1,000 different PogChamp faces and then just randomizing those. So anytime you drop the emote, it throws out the random PogChamp. You know? How cool would that be? Oh, London, I just saw your message. You can hang out for a while tonight. Cool, got the day off. Hell yeah. Yeah, they actually made a decision on something, and I think it was a good decision. It's a good decision to distance yourself from someone who's like, you know, beating the drums of war. That's a good idea, Diatimes. Or use Dream AI to make like a non-face. Yeah, National Guard is stationed. Yeah, it's over. the night shift came out. The night shift came out. And as somebody who spoke out against police brutality when BLM protests were happening, let me say that the police were just as unacceptably brutal with the people that they were shoving out of the public square there. Can't fault them for it, right, because these are the same cops that were getting spit on by these patriots earlier, so they went out there and pushed some people around. I will say it's unacceptable. If somebody's standing there, you don't take your baton and shove them down the stairs. That's assault. I said it then, I'll say it now. Except the part where they opened the gate today. That's the insurrection. That's the insurrection. The opening the gate, the selfies, that's the insurrection. That's something else. Ooh, we got a different kind of egg in here, Diatoms. Ooh, this is exciting. What are you? Okay, I got a couple. It's like a blue color. What on earth? Ooh. There's new things floating on the surface here. That's exciting. Zound! Hey! Good to see you. I'm sorry, I was carried away here. Good to see you, man. What happened, bro? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Robin's eggs, little baby robin's eggs in here, maybe? Yeah. No, it's just a minor attempted coup. Nothing to worry about. This happens to democracies from time to time. We elect somebody who doesn't want to let it go. Whoa. Whoa, is that a big Euglenia? I thought these were eggs. Whoa. What the fuck? Why is it so blue and it's leaking? What? It just took a leaky blue shit. What? These are so visible with the naked eye. I thought these were eggs or seeds or something. Why are they so fucking blue? What is going on? Are those Stentor? Of some kind? This is gnarly. I don't know what the deal is here. Those aren't ostracods. I don't think those are ostracods, are they? No. Ostracods are seed shrimp. These are definitely much smaller. These are ciliates. Pretty sure these are ciliates. Gotta get your... Alright, good night, Lex. Thank you. Oh. These are visible with the naked eye. More than a millimeter in length, a couple of these. When you're playing horror music. Yeah, look at the cilia. I've just never seen Stentor like moving around so much, but there's, or like this. See, there's several of these. Big little guys. Oh, interesting view. Damn it. What's interesting is these were all stuck up at the surface, though. Definitely not eggs. Definitely not ostracod, though. In fact, god damn it, they keep turning, and there's like a interesting. It looks like it has two nodes. H. So Squatinella mutica there. Stuck in the poop. Oh, don't get eat. Oh, let me full screen this one for you. H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H H. This is one of my favorite little guys here. I want to know what you're gonna do about it. They're so freaking blue. I can't handle it. Yeah, let me get a nice clear pick here. Trick is going to be catching them when they're not distorted in the frame. You know what I mean? But they move kind of slow, so I should be able to get one. Come on, get in the fucking middle. That's not a bad image. Let's see if I can get another angle for you too. Come back. This is where I need 3 hands. God damn it, I can't move it with one hand. Hamster. Lex, go to bed. I want to picture this big guy with all his things. I get you. I got you. Sweet. That's 2 good images.
No.
I'll put him up in a Discord. Oh, you missed Velociraptor. Do you remember Rage Face? Rage Comics. Oh my god. And you. ID, please. All right. I don't know why they're so green. There must be something interesting going on here in the chemistry. Oh, man. I know. Just remember them Rage Comics. There's hundreds of these guys in here. Hundreds. All on the surface. I wonder where they came from. Whoa. There's something crazy moving in there. Let me see if I can catch this. They're over 9,000. Oh my god. You mean the infamous hacker 4chan? Whoa. That guy's too big. Never mind. Found something else though. What could the infamous hacker 4chan do? Quality journalist. I know, the hacker known as 4chan. Quality. You can always count on journalists. Right? That was a great moment. Doing it for the lulz. They're speaking in some kind of code. Lulz. I don't know what those are, but I've got a shitload of them now, so we can come back to them. Alright, I added a bunch of stuff here. So see if I can find... There it is. I knew it was something crazy. Ah. It's a Daphnia molt. Or a Daphnia carcass. So what we're looking at here is... I think its outer shell has been ripped up or devoured because these are all the thoracic limbs here. Those are the little parts inside of the Daphnia that flap around to create the feeding vortex. I'll show you a video of one in motion. And this is stuff I've shown you before. Here's a head-on view of the thoracic limbs. Are those parts in between the two shells here that are waving like this? Those are the thoracic limbs. And like I said, they created the feeding vortex that draws the column of water past the Daphnia's mouth. This is a head-on view of a Daphnia. Here's one in a dorsal view, and you can again see the thoracic limbs whipping back and forth to create the feeding vortex.
Look at all those chickens.
And here is what remains of this Daphnia. And these are the thoracic limbs here. This is kind of like looking inside the rib cage of the thing. Down here is what's left of its foot. And its arms. I love the detail and suddenness of, I don't know, it's weird when you look at this. And just the sudden emergence of order and purpose for function. It's very interesting to me. Lex, if you don't go to bed, I don't know, I'm not your dad, I can't make you go to bed. Wololo. I need like different colored scarves to change anytime Wololo happens. I just put on my other scarf. Wololo. So what is that? Oh, just a natural scuff. For some reason that sound always makes me look up. It sounds like the sound of a news station, Chiron, getting rolled out. There's our Hydra again. Little punk. Oh, punk ass Hydra.
I can't pay electric bill.
I can pay electric bill. I do pay electric bill. Nani? No Arcella, no Amoeba. I wonder if we'll ever be free of yellow journalism. How can you stop people from spreading lies, yet at the same time respect a person's liberty? I don't think we will. No, it's a time-honored tradition. You know, it was worse in the past. It's a little different in the last 10 years because of the internet. But yellow journalism was much worse in the past on the official level. A lot of people cry about the fake news these days, but the mainstream media, I think, just tries its hardest. Sometimes they get shit wrong. Sometimes they get their Their goals and methods confused. Even before that, right? You know, go back to the, you know, the 1800s in America, and it's like the absolute filth that they would publish nationwide. Utter trash. Criminal negligence of truth. Well, some people do that today. Some organizations still do that today. Some organizations are founded on the denial of truth. InfoWars. I used to believe in that. I used to be incredibly credulous.
Get on my horse, I'll take you round the universe and all the other places too. I think you'll find that the universe pretty much covers everything. Shut up, woman, get on my horse.
What is that? See, none of you showing your age. What is up with that guy's arm? That Hydra's arm is fucked up. Which shouldn't be. It's actually very unusual. Now that you mention it, Dell, it does. Very strange.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger,
I
cheeseburger,
think
Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, Big Mac, Whopper, Big Mac,
Can't think when that's happening.
hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper,
I think
hamburger, cheeseburger,
wiped out.
Big Mac, Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, Big Mac, Whopper, Big Mac, Big Mac.
I don't know which NGG's head is at. Is there a cat behind my head, or is it just like a purple, a green, a gray lump of fur? No, I think that this Hydra is in the process of turning one of its 4 arms into a 5th arm. That's what we have here. Look at this arm. Right there. We've got a new arm budding there. I would think it would happen down here at the base. I don't know what this is. This is weird. But this is the arm that the Hydra was chewing on when we first looked at it. So I don't know what is going on with it. Better view there. Go, Squadanella, don't get eaten. Can't. I keep seeing into the corner of my eyes that is a cat, and I'm thinking, no, it's not a fucking cat, idiot. It's a Hydra. And I'm like, no, I asked him. It's a fucking Hydra, dum-dum. Wait a minute, Darcy, did I thank you for the biddies? I've been so distracted. I don't even know what I've done tonight. Thank you for the biddies if I didn't. I was just looking at my alerts, and I was like, wait, I can't. Did I do that? Just... Guys. I can't wish for things to be normal again because I've never lived to see normalcy. That's what makes it challenging for me as an American with a, I believe, realistic view of American history. You know, once you unwhitewash the mythological version of history that you're taught, yeah, it's hard to be hopeful. But in defiance of all reason, I am. Hope springs eternal, and in its absence is desolation. And why just accept that? Seems pretty fucking cringe to me. I saw a great bit of graffiti on the internet. They said, like, I am hurt, I'm lonely, I'm sad, I want to fucking die. But living is the most punk shit I've ever done in my life. Being optimistic is fucking punk rock. Stentor, I thought it was Stentor. What I expect of Stentor is for them to find a place to settle down and then stretch out, right? That's what Stentor usually do. They get all big and long. And I know that they're huge. I know that Stentor are like the biggest. But they were just swimming around on the surface. I'm glad though, Stentor was the first thing I said. Stentor Coriolis. Coriolis. Yeah, very blue. Stentor average character being very large ciliate that measures 5 to 2 millimeters when fully extended. Yeah. Very large trumpet. I know, and I was looking to see them looking to make this. I think it was. Yeah, 100%. Finally, I got a bunch of Stentor. So that's cool. What you can do with them is get them in a comfortable environment. Hopefully watch them spread out. So if I draw some Stentor and put them in a debris field, we might be able to get to watch them sit down and spread out. In fact, God, some of these guys are big. Very punk Camus. Yeah, exactly. Living is the most punk shit I've ever fucking done. It's like in defiance. I agree. Wow. That's a really clear view of them. Great, Scott. Great, Scott. 3 cheers for Scott. Boy, they're fascinating. They're so complex. They look like an Art Deco, like somebody in the like an Art Deco artist in the 20s vomited all over a canvas. String of pearls, random items, like they are wild looking. Couple pics here. There we go. I do need a pizzeria. Yes, hook me up, babe. Thank you. Pizzeria. Been racking up them good boy points. She can bring me some tendies. It's amazing looking. I wonder what they look like in Darkfields. Deconstructed, Nundin. What do you think a pizzeria is? You can figure it out. We need more light. Get back in the frame. Oh, there goes a Squadanella. Seek, thank you. Yeah, that's why I had to get the video. Now let me see if I can record any of this in Darkfield. In Darkfield, we might even see some new things that we couldn't before. What's emerging from its mouth? Did you guys see that? Shit, that's freaky. A pizzadilla is just a quesadilla, but it's made with mozzarella and pepperoni. Some little herbs in there. It just wants to say hi. Oh, you know, it's dying is what it's doing. It's drying out. There we go. It's good it's gonna move on me less. Look at it, it's quivering. These stentor are perishing right before your eyes, everyone. I made pizza waffles today. It's all the pizza except inside it, instead of your standard crust, it's a fresh waffle. If you added picadillo beef, you could have one hell of a food pun. A picadilla, a pizza picadilla. Optimize that food pun, because you're right. There is one hell of a food pun in there. I think it needs to be optimized. Enhance. 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 Picadillo pizzadilla. A peccadillo. Isn't a peccadillo like a... No, a Piccadilly. No, that's... What is a peccadillo? What's a peccadillo? Oh, Rayo's. I should get sponsored by Rayo's. Rayo's homemade marinara sauce. If you're watching, sponsor me. I will sell the shit out of this. It's expensive, but it's worth the money. Rayo's, think about lowering your prices just a little bit, because it's funny when you go in there and you're like, $8 for this? No. But this shit is so fucking bomb. Wow. Rayo's, sponsor me. Yeah, a peccadillo is a small, relatively unimportant offense or sin. That's the word I was looking for. You say Rayo's. You say row. You say row? Yeah, that's what Sika said. He says rows. No, I was thinking of this. I was just thinking of this word, a peccadillo. A peccadillo. A peccadillo. This word. A small, relatively unimportant offense or sin. Yeah. Neat. We got Stentor. You can buy him. Wait. Show me, yeah. How much? Very nice. How much? 1025? Legit? You can just buy a bunch of Stentor? I mean, there's got to be a bunch of other stuff in there. You can't just buy Stentor. Dude, I was a vocab champion. I remember in the 2nd grade, that was the first subject in school where I felt like empowered and like ambitious. Maybe it's because I had a crush on my 2nd grade teacher who really focused on vocabulary and I really wanted her to like me. So I learned every vocab word. I was a fucking master. You know, she was a very good teacher. She had all these amazing mnemonic devices that I can remember to this day. I remember in the 2nd grade learning the word reticent. Reticent. And she used the mnemonic device of a red scent. And he's red because he's blushing, because he's nervous. He's reticent to give a speech in front of the class. And so he's a red scent, blushing, nervous, bashful or shy, reticent, reluctant. 2nd grade. I never forgot it. She taught me that one time. You know? Nundin, you should see your doctor about this. And anyone in chat listening, if you're wondering if you should see your doctor about something, you should see your doctor about something. That's all you need to know. You already know your answers. So yeah, I'm just like, I have a very good vocabulary, mainly because of that one teacher. No reviews. That's too bad. What else can we... Well, they have a lot of stuff. What do they sell on this website? How am I looking at buying Stentor from them? And then I go look at shop and they've got like everything. NASCO, healthcare senior. So STEM and Steam. Hey, Jesus. I hate when websites don't work like this. STEM and Steam. Wow, they have everything on this website. Is there an about section? Who are you? K Career Solutions? I don't know. I'll unravel this mystery another time. Education classrooms. Carefully created. Some kind of school supply shop? Anyway. The old Stentor and Beans combo. Here's some mind bleach for you after the fucker of a day we've had. Escaped hamster braves freezing temperatures to get to candy store. The Scottish SPCA has reported animal rescuers in Scotland are searching for the owners of an escaped hamster that braved sub-freezing temperatures to make its way to a candy store. The Scottish SPCA said the hamster was caught on CCTV footage clinging to a person who entered the Poundland candy shop in Glasgow on New Year's Eve. The hamster jumped off the apparently unaware shopper inside the store and was soon captured and turned over to the SPCA. It's an incredible headline. Animal officer Amy Sturton said the hamster is in good health despite its journey through the streets in temperatures that reached a low of 5 degrees. We've named the little adrenaline junkie Tom Cruise for now, given his Mission Impossible-esque attempt to get some treats from Poundland. I thought it's because he couldn't stop fucking all them raw fish! Ha! Sturton says officials are now attempting to find the hamster's owners. Incredible. I want the footage. They said... See, the hamster was caught on CCTV footage clinging to a person entering the Poundland candy shop. Where's the footage? There's no footage. They just put a picture of the hamster. Scottish SPCA really fucking dropped the ball here. Press X to doubt. Alright, another fun animal stories. Angry chickens have wreaked havoc at a McDonald's parking lot in New Jersey, of all places. So, leave it to New Jersey to provide a steady stream of content for everyone on the internet to watch and giggle about. I'm not going to click play on that video because it's just an obnoxious local news anchor speaking in this tone of voice. Angry chickens wreak havoc. Local McDonald's shoppers are baffled at this happening. Tommy, down to you on the scene. Tommy, how is it? I hope those chickens aren't giving you a hard time. Fucking hate. Local news is terrible. It's NDA because it's going to be the new Mission Impossible. I gotta find... Babe, can you find a link to this Tom Cruise having sex with raw fish story? I know, and the only reference I saw was saying Jackie talked about it on page 7. I think that they're just... I think they're fabricating... People keep sending them stories about seeing... So Tom Cruise is buying fish, then leaving the fish fucked. Ad block detected. Thread locked. but managed to go to quality sheet to create this thread. About what? Has anyone seen, this is December 28th, 2020. This Carol F. Baskin, a well-known member on this website. Has anyone seen all of the goss on AGC, I don't know, and CDAN, I don't know, these are celebrity gossip outlets, I think, about Tom Cruise buying whole fish, disappearing into a toilet, then re-emerging without the fish? Very bizarre. Here's one below, but there are a few different examples. The craziest tip I received a couple months ago. I thought I would share. I made it blind. I'm originally from California, but I've been in a language immersion program in blank for the past 18 months. Yesterday, I was doing my weekly shopping when I saw this A-list mostly movie actor over at the fish counter. He was wearing his mask, actually two, one on top of the other, but I knew it was him because he had security with him and because I heard he was filming in the city. So he purchased a whole sea bass, but requested that they not wrap it up for him. He then took the fish into the men's room, was in there for about 10 minutes, and when he came out, he no longer had the fish. I don't know what he was doing with it, but it's... Oh, cheese crunchies. But it's really fucking weird. I think Kanye had something to do with this. He's a gay fish. Okay. So there's a bit of hot goss. But people keep sending more Tom Cruise. That's all we got. 100% fact, though. Guys, you heard it here first. Tom Cruise is disappearing into bathrooms with whole raw fish and doing who knows what. Oh, other hot goss, celebrity goss. Kim and Kanye are getting a divorce. Who would have saw that coming? After Kanye, wouldn't you be just overwhelmed with love for your significant other if they brought your dead parent back to life in a grossly inappropriate gesture? That's a great rumor, though, because it's so absurd. Yeah, it's really good. That's like Marilyn Monroe got a rib removed so he could suck his own dick. Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Monroe did it. That's embarrassing. No, that was I remember in the 4th grade hearing that. That was my, like, 4th grade rumor. Marilyn Manson got a rib removed so he could suck his own penis. We all believed it. Monroe has a dick. Yeah. Sorry. Speaking of Kanye, yeah, the hologram dead dad gift appears to have not been enough. Well, I got a little more detail on that, too. He presented that hologram dead dad gift to her in the middle of a 4-day birthday weekend where he showed up late, like 2 days late, very weirdly gave her that gift, refused to appear in any photos with her, and then left a day early. So, like, they've been having problems for a while. It's a pizzeria. Thank you, dear. Wow. Do you guys ever take these yummy, like, cheese crisp pieces? This is some of the best shit on planet Earth. Right here. Everyone knows that rumor, but never where it came from. Yeah. I think if I was, like, a crazy rock star, I would just start some rumors about myself. Control the message. And then it would be fun to hear, like, what the rumors evolve into. Like, imagine if that's what Marilyn Manson did. And the rumors get back to him, and he's like, wait, they said that I got a rib removed so I could suck my own dick? Like, I started a rumor that I got, like, I cut my right hand off on accident, and this is a replacement or something. Like, yeah, whatever. You know, telephone. Alright, I shouldn't do this, but... I'm looking at Twitter. I'd 100% make rumors about myself if I had any level of fame. I did it, actually, when I had, I wouldn't call it fame, but I had some infamy at one of my former high schools. And it got to the degree where I was a great cover for literally every troublemaker. Because I would haunt that school, like long after I stopped going to that school, I would still show up pretty routinely, much to the dismay of the faculty. What the fuck is he doing here? Like, he doesn't go here anymore. Why is he here distracting this classroom? I would just show up because I still had friends going there. And invariably, when I appeared on campus, chaos would reign. Something would go awry. Soon enough, anytime something went wrong, I was to blame for it. And I was a perfect scapegoat because I wasn't a student there. So anything could go wrong, and they'd just be like, "Oh, Dell did it," and faculty would believe it. They'd be like, "Oh, he was here, like he did that." Of course, of course. It was always like harmless fun. I would never like a criminal, but I had enough infamy that I provided cover for years of troublemakers at that private school. They all lived in my shadow. Thank you. I think it is a beautiful legacy. A pox upon the faculty and a shelter for the troublemakers. It was a stupid school. This was at Sacramento. This is the California state capitol. They fucked around a little bit here too. Here we go. This is what I was talking about with the brutality. This was tweeted, "Night shift work different." I'll mute that because we don't need to hear all the screaming. But there's a moment here that's I'll speak out against it just as I did in other protests. Where earlier in the day we saw tremendous amounts of restraint and de-escalation on the parts of DC police, they quickly grew weary of it. And at several points in this short video you can see them lashing out at protesters who aren't clearing the squares they're being instructed to. Well, they got some sick armor though. Hassan freaked out. I saw this. I was watching with this Hassan, and he freaked out at the epaulets on that guy. He made an underground newspaper that continued a few years after I graduated college. Dude, awesome. That's cool. That's super fun. I loved the zines back in the day. I loved the zines. Oh. A Roman slab was discovered in a garden in England. How it got there is a complete mystery. No, it is. A fucking Roman brought it. Are you serious? It's a true mystery. They indicate the slab features a Greek inscription that gives a clue to its origins. It's dated back to the 2nd century AD. That's a shitload of time for that little slab of marble to make it to England. Its more recent travels have confounded experts. It was stumbled upon 20 years ago by the owner of a house in White Parish, who found it in the rockery in her garden. Yeah, like they was there. Yeah, they literally built a whole fucking wall across the middle of the island. She used it as a mounting block in her stable for almost 10 years before noticing a laurel wreath. She had it for a decade before she noticed it. So then Will Hobbs, Antiquities era, says, artifacts such as the rock often arrived in England in the 18th and 19th centuries when wealthy aristocrats would tour Europe. Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like, if it dates to the 2nd century AD, there's millennia of pillaging and tourism. Like, it didn't even have to be there as a part of the original Roman expansion into England. Any point in the millennia since that time, somebody could have brought it back. That's neat and all, but no Jesus toast. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think. I just got Biohazard on my hand. Hang on. I have not yet been made ill by my lax health and safety standards here on this stream, and I'm not going to start now. We don't understand how all these pyramids showed up in Egypt. Where'd they get all these pyramids? I just don't understand. I'm gonna do my oh God, what's his name? Who's the voice that I do? What's the voice that? God, what's his fuck? No, not Seinfeld. I just can't understand why you do such a thing. Oh God, no, it's a classic. What's his name? Damn it, can't remember the name of this old celebrity. Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart, boy. Well, I can't. Why would you bark at him like that, Parmesan? I just don't understand. You have to go. Where are you going? Okay. All right, go on, Parm. Previous owner, her parents or herself might have pillaged the rock from the Hadrian Wall. They wouldn't have had Greek inscriptions on the Hadrian Wall. This is Greek. This is an ancient Roman marble slab, but the intricate slab features Greek inscriptions, and it goes to the 2nd century AD. Hadrian's Wall was in the 4th or 5th century AD, wasn't it? So it predates Hadrian's Wall, I think. Oh, no, 182. Oh, okay, 122. So, actually, the timeline kind of lines up. I thought the Hadrian's Wall was a little later in history. I was mistaken. Oh, there were plenty of traders. That pizzadilla. They also did a lot of cultural exchange, if you know what I mean. A lot of cultural exchange. Alright, I want to play something. Kind of just want to unwind. Coach Ingram. How's it going, buddy? How you holding up? I hope today wasn't too stressful.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Hey.
Bring the noise.
Thanks for the follow. Here, let me, since you just following now, let me give you a little preview of what we, or a post view, I suppose I might say, is what we usually do here on the stream. We spend time looking at stuff on my microscope. Here's a Hydra surrounded by a swarm of rotifer. You're a huge fan of photomicroscopy. Well, you have come to the right place. Come on through. Here's my Discord. I post my microscopy photos on there. We talk about science and stuff. Here's the microscope squad. One of these people is not a photomicroscopist. Daitom's attacks streams with his scanning electron microscope, so he is actually well beyond the realm of the visible light. Maybe I could find your wiener for me. I do accept shipments to look at. So here's what I just found today. Some Stentor. Look at this. This is a beautiful picture. You're right. That is a beautiful shot of that Stentor. That turned out really nice. Would it be rude? Yes, that would be rude, Nundan. I think by definition. We will call that one rude. Here it is a little lighter, I think. I can center that one. This is such an interesting little chain, this shape here. Wiener might be visible in the SCM. Micro or nano, it's important. And how does it hold up in a vacuum, more importantly? Can it handle a vacuum? Here's our Stentor swimming around merrily. Do I license my images? I wouldn't know how to do that. I would be happy to. Because I've got... Bro. I've got so many. I've got so many microscopic photos. Some are, I think, are quite beautiful. Here's a close-up of the surface of the tiger eye. No one's ever asked me that before, but I've got some stunners. Let me show you this other rotifer that I found. Really beautiful. Makes most of his money with licensing. Oh, that's kind of cool. Who would license these to what ends? Like, would a company want to use my images or something? I would look up a textbook company. Holy shit. Dude, Coach, that's a really, like, smart side branch of income. Because I can provide textbook images. I've got some really good stuff here. Or stock photo. Yeah. You can only make money for stuff with cats or model. You can only make money with stuff with cats. For stuff with cats or models. I could work in cats and models. We'll just get a sexy broad to stand next to my microscope. Could be the only purveyor of stock photos of microscopic images. See, I'd love to get, if I had a better microscope and was producing some higher quality images, like these look nice, but they're not like professional quality images, I don't think. Maybe they are, I don't know. Yeah, and I kind of get creative with some of these pictures. I like this one. It's a Hydra's tentacle, or Nida, as the word is. This one's neat. Does this not look like the cover of a science fiction novel to you? Rendezvous with Rama. I love this picture. The Golgi apparatus. Is that what we're seeing on the Stentor? Is that the Golgi apparatus? Exactly. It's the camera bit here at the end, right? So what I'm using is here. This is a little CMOS attachment, a USB attachment. It just sits right there in my eyepiece. So I don't have, and I couldn't put a DSLR on this. This is at a 45-degree angle. It's not that kind of microscope, really. It's a student grade, cheap. It is wild, right? That's when, like, when people are like, wow, amazing pictures. I'm like, that's weird. Because it's, this is not a cheap CMOS sensor. They're expensive. But it's not a DSLR. It's not a fine piece of optics. But it does put together some pretty good shit for me. I don't have a holder that goes with that, but I could use DroidCam looking through the eyepiece, and then I could probably view actually at a lower magnification. Some of my video footage is pretty fun too. Where's my crazy Hydra eating its foot? I love to watch this footage. Blows my freaking mind. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. And that was looking really good last night. Your DSLR attachment on a light microscope looked really good. I know some people with 3D printers. I could get some custom work done. I need to get an expensive DSLR though. I don't own a nice camera, so there's that. I do got some Daphnia. We just saw a really cool Daphnia molt too on the slide. So we were looking at, this is one of my favorite, I got a couple really cool perspectives on Daphnia. Let me show you. So here's a dorsal view. Poof. There it goes. Now this Daphnia is having a bad day. Hey Ark, I have not tried stacking the image. I don't know how to do that, but I have taken recordings where I slide my field of view up and down, or my focus up and down, so that I can grab those frames and do image stacking. So like, I've collected...
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, Coach, thanks for the sub. Whoa. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That makes me feel good, so thank you. Now, let me make you feel good. Let me wrinkle your brain grapes a little. Oh, so anyways, I have collected the raw materials to do image stacking. I just have not learned to do it yet. So, working on it. Thank you so much, Ingram. Those are some very nice words of encouragement. I appreciate it. We are just now approaching... Holy shit, guys, we're almost exactly to my 1 year anniversary on Twitch. My first stream was on January 17th, 2020. That would be a waste of 70% IPA. I love it. Am I a biologist? I'm not. I am a systems administrator. This is just my hobby. I've done amateur photography for fun as well. But no, this is just what I do to keep myself feeling stimulated and curious and passionate. I want to stay young for a very long time. And this is the key. Learning and staying in a state of awe and curiosity and growth. That's the secret to youth. Look at this fucker. I'm amazed at how burdened this Daphnia was with rotifer. They all decided to perch on this Daphnia and it was suffocating. Couldn't move. There was a better Daphnia shot I was trying to show. Here it is. Head on. This is the only footage I have, the only view of a Daphnia, like at this angle that I have. We're looking right down between its valves and you can see its thoracic limbs beating and pumping water. I just think it's a really neat view. I still have not managed to get a Daphnia to point up towards my scope that way. Usually we're looking at them either ventrally or dorsally. I've got some stills, yeah. So we've got plenty of stills here as well. And sometimes I'm just trying to capture the organism. Other times I get a little more artsy-fartsy with it. So let me show you some of these spacey ones I got. Oh, here's some mothwing. Yeah, I'd love to touch that SEM too. Copepod Nobleus. Now what I'm actually doing now is I'm borrowing my daughter's Wacom tablet and I'm working on trying to draw some of these things. So here's the copepod that I drew just this last weekend. This probably took me about 3 or 4 hours of work to do, and that was a lot of me learning how to use Krita, learning how to use a Wacom tablet. Dude, I got some diatoms, buddy. Got a whole folder of diatoms. Diatoms Attack here is the man for that, but I got a whole folder of diatoms. Let's check it out. Microscopy. Here's an Anomanies diatom. Oh, I'm zoomed in. Anomanies. You can touch it when the pandemic is over. I've heard that. I've said that a lot recently. I've heard it a lot recently. This is Asterianella formosa. It's what's called a stellate colony of diatoms. We're at 250 times magnification. This is probably only like 60 microns in width. Pinularia? Or no, this is Sorella, I think. Sorella, or what did I say? Cimatopleura. Cimatopleura or Sorella. I think it's Sorella, though. I was going to be a marine biologist professor until no one wanted to accept my app. No! You can wear some as a dress now if you want. Ooh, diatoms! I was actually looking at, some people were talking about merch, so I was going to talk to you about Redbubble or Teespring and see if you know, what your thought process was when you were selecting them. This diatom is becoming my favorite just because it's super common in every sample that I find diatoms. Cimbella mexicana. And there's also amphora just next to it right here. Yeah, you would enjoy Pacific plankton. This is all freshwater. I mostly work with freshwater. Pacific plankton works with saltwater. She's definitely in the San Francisco Bay. She collects plankton. Wonderful show to check out. Here we go. There's a few. Redbubble's easy to add stuff to, but you should put it on both usually. Usually retain rights. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, we'll look at that. Epithemia, right here. Fragillaria are these long rods. And then Staurostyra, oh god, what did I write here? Pseudosaurostyra, or Pseudosaurostyroid, we could say, is what this ribbon is back here. And then we've got some Vorticella floating in front. Here's another ribbon of it. Pseudosaurostyroid. This is fun. This is a gomphonemoid. This sort of asymmetrical. Pretty much make an account and start adding stuff. The tedious part is sizing images to merge types. Okay, I've got a lot of experience sizing images though, so we definitely need to start looking at that. Because I want to get some basic merch started. Now before I kick over into a game, Coach Ingram, I'm showing off for you because of your generous subscription. So let me show you one other amazing thing before we kick over into game time. I want to show you something that has made me wow. One of my favorite pieces of footage. Where is it? Here we go. Bacterial quorum sensing. I am endlessly mesmerized by this microscopic murmuration. I did not mean to alliterate so hard there. That was an accident. Sorry. It's beautiful to me. Each one of those specks is a single-celled bacteria. This is what I'm calling a feeding posture. You had to run so many simulations of this in microbiome. Oh, awesome! So you know things about quorum sensing. I've only ever observed quorum sensing, but I've observed some really interesting behaviors. So again, I'm calling this the feeding posture. I've seen these swarms of bacteria behave just like this when a food source is located. They're feeding on this little piece of algae here, I think. Exactly, yes. Coach, it's astonishing, and I call it a murmuration, and I learned that word to describe the way that starlings fly. A flock of birds will move through the air. But a bait fish behave the same way. How about this? I call this behavior swarm-seeking behavior. I watched these swarms form rings, hollow rings, and then the outer limit of the swarm would expand until they ran into another swarm, at which point the rings would disapparate, and the swarm would fuzz and then merge into a larger swarm and then form another ring. And then that larger ring would start to fuzz and send out scouts until it ran into another cloud of bacteria, and then both clouds would disapparate and merge and form another larger ring. Really amazing. And it's just amazing what you can glean when you just sit and watch. And then you find another one and you sit and watch that for a while. And then you find another one and you sit and watch that for a while. And you just make little mental notes. I've learned so much since I've started looking at a microscope in what, May? June? When did I get this thing? So bizarre that convergent evolution leads to such simple solutions to predation. Right. And you would think that predation at different scales would result in different adaptations because of the varying methods and tactics employed by predator and prey. Not so. Not so. It doesn't. Between that and carcinization, what do you want? What do we get here? Oh, this is a rotifer doing its thing. Platius quadricornis. This is a really beautiful. I've got a still image of this Platius. Dorsal view, very pretty. Oh, enjoy the expanse, buddy. I'm saving it. I'm saving that whole season. Oh, I've got a really beautiful picture of this flagella. Of the dinoflagellate. Yeah, that's a fun one to get up close. You will like my dinoflagella. Wait, is it in here? I have a swarm. Oh, here's a Nichia sigmodia diatom next to a dinoflagellate serratium. I like that one a lot. Oh, this time lapse is fun. Watch this Nichia move smut up and down its filth conveyor. So, yeah, its Raphy is doing its job, but rather than moving the diatom, it's just sliding filth up and down. Isn't that cool? This is about I think this is a 5-minute period in this time lapse. Don't let your hobbies become jobs, but these are great examples of micro that are not always easily found. Thank you. I think that this not being my job is it's critical for me to have a pursuit that is entirely internally motivated. Zero external motivation. I look at things in the microscope because I like the way that it makes me feel. And then I share what I find in the microscope because I like to share the way that I feel. Or I feel, and maybe I'm a feeling supremacist, but I feel that the way that I feel about these things is right. And I'd like to infect other people with that feeling because I think it's good and it's true. And the more people that feel this way about the things that they see in the world around them, maybe the world will be better because more people will stop and think about all of the tiny things and the interconnectedness of all of those things with everything and all things for all time. It's the chain is unbroken forever and ever. Hell yeah, I love baseball and it's become my job to coach kids and that kind of takes away from it. But I love bio and that's my hobby. Cool. See, that's great. Yeah, I'm a systems administrator, so I manage servers and computers and users for my job. And has it reduced my enthusiasm in helping people with tech problems IRL? You betcha. I still do it though, because it's nice. But I don't know. This is happiness. This is exploration. It's discovery. You know. What's this? Oh, that doesn't belong in my microscopy folder. This is the opposite. 10 points to whoever can tell me what this is a video of. 10 points. How micro do I get? All the way to the macro. Yes, stars, but where? Oh shit, it's on the screen. Galactic Center Group. Fuck! These are stars orbiting Sagittarius A star. The supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy is invisible in the center of this video. Sag A star is right here. You can't see it because it's a black hole. This star, S2, in 20 years makes 2 orbits. 20 years is this footage. Amazing. The churning stellar masses at the center of the galaxy. But still, that doesn't belong in my microscopy folder. To answer how micro I get, with this microscope, I push it up to 250 times usually at the most because I rarely use cover slips because my cover slips are shit. But when I do use a cover slip, I will go to 1,000 times. But that is the limit that you can observe with visible light. So, oh, less than, oh, nanometers? 200 nanometers. Isn't that less than the visible light? I thought 400 nanometers was ultraviolet. Shit. The wavelength of 400 nanometers on the smaller end of visible light. No, it's okay. I was trying to, I'm fact checking myself here. I'm not fact checking you. But micrometers is what you might be thinking of. But I can view things that are in the, the low score of microns. 1 micron. Each of those bacterium in the quorum sensing video are less than 1 micron. Here's the video of the dinoflagellates swimming around gracefully. Each of these is probably about, I think it was like 80 microns long. Or like 120 microns long, about like 40 or 50 wide. Yeah, these are really pretty. These ones were visible with the naked eye as a fine dust suspended in the jar. It was really stunning. Quite nice. This lichen was pretty too. Some of my dark field photography on that are pretty great. I should do that because that's one of the things that I also really want to focus on is I would love for my casual observations to go towards benefiting science. If there's a classroom somewhere that can benefit from seeing something like that happen, I'd love to share. If there's teachers out there that are saying, God damn it, I want to find footage of Hydra, but I just don't have the time or I don't know where to get it. I've got videos of Hydra doing shit that I haven't read that Hydras can do. Complex behavior. The Hydra cleaning its own foot for me is really a big one. I can't wrap my head around that. But I want to. I'd love to. But yeah, I've got plenty of things to share. But also like what? Here, check this one out. Okay, one more. Coach Ingram, check this out. This is an Acroporus. But it's not just any Acroporus. It's actually 2. There's an infant. There's a baby Acroporus inside of its mother here. Can you see it? Look closer. Here's mom's heart beating. And there's the baby's heart beating. Hydra autofellatio. He had his rib removed. He could do it. Yeah, isn't that cool? This is one of my favorite. I love seeing the mother and child, the beating hearts. This copepod, ancient, broken antenna, covered in epistylus and diatom colonies and algae. Look at him. It's really amazing. Life living on life, living on life. I mean, and I get to do the kind of casual, open-ended, purposeless observations that I think is where a lot of meaningful discovery can happen. You know? I'm a big fan of purposelessness in some pursuits. Some things must be done with intent and focus. But I think there's value. There's value in purposelessness. In just taking something on its own merit and for its own reason and for no other reasons beyond that. I love a purposeless act. You know, it's meaningful. Paradoxically, it's meaningful. It is. It means something to do something for its own sake. Because none of us get to take any of this with us when we go. Not a bit. And so it's important to me to maximize the quality of the time we have. Thank you for that. That's nice of you to say, Coach Ingram. It doesn't exist in today's world. What exactly doesn't exist in today's world? Can you clarify? What do we play? Selflessness and exploration. It's passing rare, isn't it? Everything's commodified and transactional. It's just too bad. I don't know. I'm one of those pathologically hopeful people. So, I don't know. I do like watching them nerds do their thing. Thank you. I like to do the things that I do, and I'm doing them because I like it. And like I said when you subbed, I am new to Twitch technically. I've only started a year ago. Before I came to Twitch, I hadn't spent much time watching streams. So, I mean, all of this, I've been learning with Twitch. I've been learning it with you guys in chat. It's all been a journey we're sharing. So, what? Wow. Thank you again. Then that's really encouraging. I will say I've had so much luck and so much encouragement from people for what I'm doing here. So I really do appreciate it, and you're in good company, Coach Ingram. You're in good company. If you want, you can follow up with me. I've got my socials on there. You can find me on Twitter. I tweet pictures of my microscopy and of my pets as well. I'm way less active on Instagram than I should be. I should be making more posts on Instagram. And then, of course, feel free to hit my Discord. That's where the casual hangout discussion. And actually, what we're going to do, I should do it this week. Maybe tomorrow. We're going to do a screening of Akira. Seek Ye Wisdom. The sweetheart brought this to me as a Christmas gift this year. And I love it. It has a really interesting book here. I haven't opened the oh no, there wasn't plastic on this one. Okay, good. I was like, I haven't opened the plastic on this yet. Because there ain't none. But this is a fantastic movie. So we'll probably watch that on the Discord here soon. Yeah, really wonderful. So excited. Yeah, maybe we should do that tomorrow, Seek. See, it's 11:07. I know my brain is running out of the proper nutrients to do a proper game of chess. I won't learn anything if I play chess right now, Torkel. I know that. I won't learn anything. Yeah. Yeah. Right. It is. But so far, I mean, did they continue to pass him? Boggle is where it's at. We got Boggle over here. Boggle is like the cacophony of Boggle. Now, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and play something a little self-indulgent. Haven't played this on stream for a while because it's still in progress, but we're going to play Mount and Blade Bannerlord. because they finally added enough features to the game where it's a pretty playable experience. Um, they've added a lot more intricacy to the kingdom interactions. They've added permadeath. There's revolutions and revolts. The skill trees are actually functioning. Um, the AI is better as far as the enemy and foreign lords is concerned. They've really put in some work on this. Patch notes the game. So if I was going to do a legit cam, would I go a micro 4.3 or full size? I haven't done enough research on it to say. I'd probably have to go with not the full size. I'm guessing the one that isn't full size is smaller. I have limited space. You know, this is where I work for my job at this desk. Here, I'll give you a background view. This is where I work. This is my work desk. Because I've been working from home since March. The microscope lives here. It's just got this much space. And it's just a little student grade AM scope. So I can't fit a bigger camera on there yet. But one day in the future, maybe I'll get a new microscope. One that has a vertical eyepiece section. So I could actually mount a heavier camera. Micro Four 3 is the standard for most DSLR or mirrorless. Oh, okay. I see. Hang on. I have here a Canon EOS Rebel XT. But this is such a heavy camera. I know that it would just knock my microscope over. Like, and this thing is ancient. But I mean, it might have a higher resolution. If I could 3D print an adapter or something, then I could look right through the eyepiece with it. But I don't know. I never got that far into my photography. I was always just looking at what fit in the frame and how it looked to me and such. Let's play our Vercingetorix save here. I played WoW back in the day, yeah. Back when it pre-Honor, open world PvP. Yeah, I played WoW. I liked it back then. Could not go back. Can't subscribe. Alright, so right now I am a mercenary for the Battanians. The Battanians are a kingdom inspired by the Irish and the Gaelic people. And we've got, wow, they're doing well. Holy shit, they're conquering. Maybe I should abandon and oh yeah, let's merc for the Vlandians. The Vlandians are modeled after the French with their heavy cavalry. Haven't you seen you play the game where you're on the base in space? Oh, Space Engineers. I love that game. Space Engineers is really fun. Maybe I should play that instead. Let's kill Lysica, just so you guys can see some of this. Some battle. Let's see if I can take this Southern Imperial Lord. Oh, I got you, Lysica. Come on. You can't escape. This is single player, yes. This game is like a it's like a medieval simulator. So there's this entire world called Calradia with all their kingdoms, all their lords. I mean, really quick, just to show you in the encyclopedia. Each of these kingdoms has a leader and is populated by clans, and any clan has their leader and their members, and the members of clans can marry with members of other clans and have children, and so I could start a game of Bannerlord and just go AFK and let the world run, and it's a living world. So castles would change hands, kingdoms would rise and fall, trade would commence. You know, there'd be a salt shortage in Rote, and the prices would go up, and then a caravaner would import a bunch of salt, and the prices would plummet. Seek, this is not the game. This is not that game, except I just noticed that I'm dropping a frame because it's probably gonna run too much. Let me close a window. Too many browser tabs. It's this game. Yeah, I gotta get to the menu. Surrender or die, yield or fight. Got it. And then let's turn down this a little bit here. Number of corpses. Overall, we'll put it on medium for now. It's actually quite a good looking game, but when it has to render all of these troops and everything, it gets a little intense. So you have your overworld view where you walk around the map and you've got your army and you've got to manage your parties and stuff, and then you actually go down onto the battlefield and you actually have to fight the battle. And so it's pretty good tactics can come from it.
Infantry! Arrows! Loot footmen!
Hey, Marissa. How's it going?
Make a shield wall!
Good to see ya. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that slideshow. Terrible. Terrible slideshow. Literally unplayable. Yeah, I'm putting up at 63 right now. 6,300, I should say. So, it's doing a lot of work. I used to stream, but I just wasn't a huge fan of listening to myself talk. Yeah. Fuck this game. Can't stream it yet. I need to get a little more RAM. Or turn down the bitrate when I choose to play it. Can't do it. We'll go back to KSP. I was working on this. I'm using a Ryzen. Actually, let's see. Did I update this? Need to download more RAM. RAM.com. I also, Coach, let me just say, I can't stand listening to myself talk either. I can't watch my own VODs. That's one thing I know. A lot of streamers go back and they watch their own content and they edit it and they make videos of themselves, and like I can't stand to watch myself. I can't stand to hear myself. And so I know I just got to get over it, but it's yeah, that's literally what you guys have to look at all the time. But it's hard for me to do that. So oh, Twitch Max is 6,000. So wait, should I turn that down? Why? I might just be bad at streaming. Have I been RPing as a car soccer bot? Hi, Torkel, you busted me. Yes, I do RP as a car soccer bot, and it blows people's minds when the AI gets awesome aerial shots. They never expect. They never expect. Mad high. Why is it so high? I need to look at that. I think I first learned about some of those details about streaming when I first started, and then I haven't changed much. See, I dropped a frame when the game started. Recording an audiobook. Cool. That sounds fun. Voice acting is one of my secret goals. Is to do a voice in a thing. All right, we're gonna build a little homage to Apollo. Do I start off by jumping off the walls too? Yes. sometimes. My wall aerial game isn't super great. All right, we're gonna wing this. I have not planned this ship out at all. So we don't need them to necessarily be able to return to Kerbal. We don't need them to deorbit necessarily. We can rescue these Kerbs a different way. No humping. Like the bot, they hump the wall? It's been a while since I played. Okay, so hang on a second. Let me think for a second. This module is going to push to the moon. So we don't need any of the heat shields. Wait, so if the streamer is getting frame drops, then the viewer might get nada, right? Yeah. So if I put out too many bit rates, then people won't be able to watch in certain places? Is that what I'm understanding? Alright, so we're gonna just build a basic moon lander here. Basic bitch moon lander. Like that. There's a lot of work available in VoiceOver. That'd be fun. I've had people say nice things about my voice, much as I dislike it. Can't speak for all of them. Oh, don't I have to become a partner to be granted transcoding by the Twitch gods? Let's do delta V 1,702 meters per second of delta V, huh? That's pretty good. Right, so that was definitely a CPU problem then, is what you're saying. Affiliates gonna... Why the inconsistency? It doesn't make sense. Why the inconsistency? Alright, so this is our first steps. Let's put 3 of these suckers on. Has to do with viewer count. Okay, that makes sense. Why not? Some live aquarium microscopy. Ooh, how would I do that? Like in my own aquarium? Okay, I was thinking about it'd be fun to do some like on site. I don't have the equipment or the data plan for IRL streaming though. Unfortunately, alas, is not to be. Oh, I see what you mean. Let's do that's sort of what I have going on here in this jar. This jar is about a month and a half old actually, since I since I first took it from the pond. I've had some comments from people remarking on how little delay there is on my stream between chat and otherwise. Oh shit. Is there EVA experiments kit? Alright, I guess we need to bring this payload module, don't we? What does that do to our delta V? We lost about or so. Phone went beep. Less than 5 seconds. Phenomenal. Can't wait for KSP2. Ah. There it is. Cargo. Oh, that doesn't work the way I thought it did, does it? Fine. We'll keep it simple, stupid. Good night, Anarchy. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so we got that in the inventory here then. That'll do. I think I'd rather leave. Requires an atmosphere. Oh, and it needs power units too. Never mind. It requires more power units. I have not looked at my eyebrow hairs up close because I'm afraid I'm going to see those terrifying monsters living inside of them. No, I'm sure that I won't, but I have not yet. I've mainly played with aquatic samples, but again, I have not done, I have not been doing this for a very long time. Not been doing it a very long time at all. Okay, so this is the unit that's supposed to go down. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of nematodes. They're definitely fun. Oh yeah, all the subaquatic rotifer you find in the soil samples are in the mosses that grow on trees and stuff. A lot of rotifer when you're water bear hunting. I need this delta V chart. 3,400 to Kerbin Moon. 580 down, so it's 1,500. 5,120 one way. Right. Oh, I got a fungus story. Oh, I deleted the tab. Some doctor in Taiwan found generations of a strange fungus living in a man's ear. Apparently it had got in there because he shared ear hygiene tools, if you can believe it. We have a fairing. Aerodynamics. I don't have a fairing. Shit. Alright, there's a low-tech launch then. I just want to save fuel by doing a 2-module set. So this is my descent module. Shit, this only holds one guy anyways, doesn't it? Alright, we'll do it straight up then. Let's see if I can fly to the moon with this anyways. We'll go ahead and call this our re-entry unit anyways. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I've changed my fucking mind. There's that. It just sucks. I hate bringing a heat shield down to the surface of the moon. It's stupid. But you know what? We're gonna do this stupid because these are Kerbals. Oh, legit? That's big? Street ear cleaners? I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Not one bit. Thank you very much. It is difficult. I'm having difficulty with that one, Coach. So where do you teach? Good for you for shepherding the youth, role modeling. Jesus, it's borderless. Staging, descent. Is that even enough? What the hell? Oh wow, out of Boston. Cool. I have an aunt that lives in Gloucester, so I've spent some time up in Gloucester in that area. It's nice. 10 teams is a lot of kids. Awesome. Yeah, that's a lot. Very cool. My big brother was a major baseball guy. Super into baseball when he was in high school. Not understanding something here. Got that. Staging isn't showing. Oh, because that's down here. Below you. Yes, that'd be nice. Gloucester is dope. I was there in that part of the States for 2 weeks before I found myself talking with an accent. It's infectious. I felt phony. That's gonna be enough to get us part of the way there. 100, 1,040. Okay. 1,600 meters per second at delta V to get down and back. Actually, this is gonna be fine. I still don't have any large engines though, so this is gonna be hard. But I do have a fuel unit, so we'll be alright. Okay, we're gonna do 2 of these using Reliant. And let's get 2 radial decouplers on. ¿Por qué no las tres? I'm from Chicago, went to college in Minnesota, played pro baseball in France for over 2 years, and now you live in Massachusetts. The accent effed. That's awesome. Pro baseball in France. I bet that was fun. Cool, man. France seems pretty fun. Alright, this is gonna be a little overpowered, I'm sure. Oh, wrong way. Feed from there to there. Alright, aerodynamics. Nice, cool. Like, I know that Major League Baseball is huge in Japan, but I didn't know that there was much going on of it in France. We live in such fucking bubbles in the United States. No idea what's going on in other places so much of the time, you know? No appreciation. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Oh, that's kind of fun. They weren't mean to you, I hope. I was very lucky in that I got to travel a lot when I was younger, too. I got to see a lot of different places. Got to go to Italy and Germany and all around the United States. Pretty enriching. Alright. Pretty sure Ooh, we're going to use our weaker, slightly less efficient, but better gimbling on those engines. And then just a little bit of structural integrity, because that's important. Oh yeah, Mark Twain has the great quote that he says, travel, it inoculates you against prejudices of all kinds. Yeah, it's very important. For those who can't travel, I suggest you read science fiction. It's the next best thing. It'll inoculate you against prejudices you didn't even know that you held, without you even knowing that you've been inoculated against them. I think it's a magical thing. That's enough Delta V to get to Mun and back. So that's our ascent module, descent and ascent. Fire that, and that should get us up. Shit, that's not going to be enough to return. Okay. We do this a little differently here. Maybe we will do this Apollo style. Slightly, half Apollo style. Let's put a Clampatron on the top there. And replace those parachutes. Wait a minute. Utility. Oh, diving on the Great Barrier Reef? Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been, some of my most formative experiences were the backpacking experiences. Sort of the persistent agony that you do go through sometimes. Shit. Hang on. So... I think this works like that. And then this. So after we eject from there, we'll still have a docking port. We can come back around. Rendezvous. Except I don't have any RCS. Fuck! I can't rendezvous and dock without RCS. Shit. You know what? Nothing was ever achieved without blind, stupid effort. Let's slap some science modules on this and send this fucker to the moon. Huh? Don't you think that's a good idea? I think it's a very good idea. Yes, sir. Fireworks coming right up. Just gotta put some valuable science on this thing before we risk it all. Know what I mean? I'm putting a dock module on it so that in the future we have at least some hope of rescuing our Kerbal. Do I have any solar power? Solar panels? Nope, only batteries. Put a couple more of those on, shall we? Oh yeah, put some tardigrades on there before I crash it into the moon. Alright, this looks like a nicely, it's a half-baked plan, which is the Kerbal way. Staging looks appropriate at the very least. Ample Delta V. Well, a little less when you put it this way. We might not make it back from the moon, but we'll definitely make it to the moon. And our unfortunate winner for the day is Jeb. Only seems fair. All right, Jeb. Let's get there. Hmm. This is actually good positioning here. Oh, no it isn't. We've missed our chance. Who needs optimal launch windows? We've got thrust. Oh, I forgot to do solid rocket boosters on this thing. It's the Kerbal way. Alright, cut that thrust a little bit. Look at that gimbling. Too much. Yikes. Gravity turn. Oh, fuck. There it is. So, Coach Ingram, you got me thinking about reaching out to my local colleges and stuff, because I live in a... Good God, this is a bad flight. Yeah, no! I live near several universities and colleges. I'm over here in Sacramento, California. Is where I live. Right in that area. Oh, Lord, fuck it. Well. Neat. Look at him go. Get back inside. I lost the engine too. It's a terribly designed rocket. I get too sleepy for this too. Look at your local bio. Yeah. That'd be fun. I could do live demos. I mean, I can definitely run a show. I thought it'd be fun also to go to like my local brewery and work something out with them where I'd sit down on their Wi-Fi and I could set up my laptop and my microscope and bring out my jars and do like a live show on Twitch where I sit down in the bar and just blow people's minds in the bar, have people sit down and I can show the screen on my laptop and it'd be fun. You know? Yeah, sometimes I play who's that microorganism here on the stream. Although with the Twitch audience, it's a broad group of people. Holy cow. What's going on there? Do you ever listen to any good podcasts? I really like Skeptic's Guide to the Universe and Last Podcast on the Left. Also super good. Keep me entertained. Just stock stuff. Oh, you're a finance man. I've never had the funds that I can throw at finance stuff. You know? Coach, thank you so much. I seldom get to make connections with people on the eastern states just because the time. I'm over here in California, so by the time I go live at 9 p.m., usually it's pretty late. But I really appreciate you coming by. I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. I really do just want to share my passions and hopefully infect others with the same curiosity and wonder that the world is full of if we only have eyes to see it. So thank you. I appreciate your support. Really does mean something to me. So cool. Bless you, night owls. Bless you, night owls. Let's see. That's a good analogy. I can see it. Boy. Yeah, so it's a weeknight and it's midnight, and so it's about time for me to do my wrap up as well. So, good night, Coach Ingram. Thank you very much. Let's send a raid over to somebody small. Looks like Asian Abis. Abels? I don't know how to say his name. We got a local boy. I'm gonna send some love to a local boy. Not somebody I've spent a lot of time watching, but I know that they're in my network. So I think it'd be fun to give them a little raid. Alright? Thank you so much, everybody. Again, as always, I really, really appreciate you so much.
I'm
So,
assuming this is the digging part?
be silent. You will be silent. Alright. Chat, thank you so much. I had a wonderful time as always. Let's talk tomorrow night about screening Akira on my Discord. I'll get the media loaded up and hopefully we can start it. We should be done. And yes, I'll be working, but I'll have like a 10 o'clock my time break and like a noon my time break, and I wouldn't mind a couple rounds of chess. So I will definitely hit you up, Torkel. I'm gonna slide into them DMs later. All right, get him in there. When you land in his channel, throw out some dabs, throw out some parms. Let us see some emotes. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Good night, and I'll see you next time.
Mom. What is up, my friend? How are you? How was your stream, man? Kerbal Space Program? I love watching. I didn't know you played that game. Now I know. Never played it personally, but I love watching it. Rats is awesome.